Okay, you guys, let's just go ahead and get started. Shelby, I think you are up first.
Hello, I'm doing personal development first. Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have to admit something that when I first joined this business and people were like, you need to do self-development, I was like, there must be something wrong with those people. Like, I don't need self-development. I'm good. Like, I know what I'm doing. Those people are nuts. Y'all, if I could have like skipped the whole year of thinking that I did not need self-development, then I would have like been so much better off. So if you're thinking that, get it out of your head now. And yes, I'm wearing Santa pajamas, guys. It's warm and cozy, okay? But if personal development or self-development is something that you are thinking like you are too good for, you don't need it, I promise, no matter where you are in life, you need self-development. So one of the things that I absolutely love that I just started doing and that I've heard a lot about, I have a friend who messaged us the other day that she made $17,000 this month. And I was just like in awe of it. And she said that what really changed the game was she started journaling. So along with self-development, it's not just about like reading books, although you definitely want to read books, listen to podcasts. There's so much power in writing things down also. And Colette, in the perfect timing, sent me like a daily devotional journal thing also. So it was perfect. We have so many recommendations for you guys that if you are stuck or you're needing help in specific areas or you don't know where to start with personal development, then just message us, message the person who enrolled you, message your upline, because we have so many ideas that you can do. And some people prefer podcasts, which I think is amazing too. Sometimes I just love hearing it said to me rather than sitting there trying to read. I get really bored reading. So you can do whatever works best for you. I also like watching YouTube videos, and personal development can also be just like pouring into yourself on personal or on training. It doesn't have to be like specific to bettering yourself in certain areas. Like just watching trainings from other leaders sets like a fire that I cannot explain. And it's so good to hear so many different perspectives as well. Like Colette may do things one way, I may do things one way, Brianna may do things one way, but a combination of what we all three do might work for you. So some of the people that I love watching their training videos and post consistently are Morgan Martin, Cheyenne Knox, and Kay Souter. And then Claire Flores, if you kind of just like search her name, it's not usually on her specifically, then you can find good ones by her too. But Morgan Martin and and Carrie Young, yes, and Cheyenne Knox are literally the two that if for it, like find something and read it, watch a podcast, watch training videos. If you're religious, then there's so much power in just starting your day with a prayer for your team, a prayer for yourself, a prayer for where you're going, where you want to go, the kind of people you want to attract. Oh yeah, which is what I wanted to say also. Go watch, if you have not, Morgan Martin's Law of Attraction, I think she called it. Literally so good. Like if you don't do anything else and that's all you watch, go watch it because it's a game changer. She just really hits all the key points of why it's so important for positive mindset. I am's Made for More is on Prime, and if you don't follow Rachel Hollis in your life in general, you need her. She's amazing. So that's all I got.
Yeah, like that's amazing. I also didn't do personal development for the first couple of years and didn't really even know about it, but I feel like I would have had more confidence and less self-doubt had I been working on the self-development. And so all of her tips were perfect. Like I listened to the Morgan McIntyre today. Sorry, I'm reading. So I listened to the Morgan McIntyre, The Law of Attraction today, and it just really hit home with me because we are not immune to having hard days. And Shelby, so I want you to say, like, how long have you been in the business? What's your goal? And one thing that maybe you wish you would have known, and maybe it's self-development from the very beginning till now. Like, now you're able to look back and say, I've been in this long, this is what I wish I would have done.
Right. So it's been 3.5 years. And I just have to say that I think as humans, we're so like, we're like rejection, and we want like instant gratification and instant satisfaction. And that just is not common with network marketing. It takes consistency. It takes a lot of ignoring the naysayers. It takes a lot of just believing in what you're doing and doing it no matter what else is happening, because it's so easy to get let down. So if in the beginning you can just focus on self-development instead of thinking that you don't need it, I feel like you're going to have you're still going to have ups and downs, but you're going to have such a smoother process. So it's not something I would skip out on. I am going triple diamond March 2019, ambassador June 2019. That is my goals.
My gosh, you guys, she's going triple diamond, $25,000 bonus by March 31st. And ambassador, I just cried a little. Ambassador by
It just sounds good.
Oh my gosh, I'm just getting hot flashes. I'm getting all the goosebumps right now. So speaking of, so we wanted to spotlight and welcome our new distributors. We wanted to spotlight a couple of you guys that your leaders have been saying, oh my gosh. Now, first of all, we want to get better at spotlighting you a little bit more. And so if you aren't being spotlighted today, then just stay tuned next week, because you guys, we are in love with what you are doing. I'm just so excited. And your leaders are excited for what potential each one of you have, and the excitement that you're showing. And many of you are just jumping in and just going for it. So I want to say, Ashley Lucas, Celine said, you are an absolute rock star. Congratulations for just killing it and being an amazing distributor. So we are grateful that you're on the team. You're even on this Zoom. So that is amazing that you're on the Zoom. Jasmine Worthy, is she on? Jasmine, Tanya said, holy cow, you are super green, but learning everything that you can, soaking up all of the videos that you can, and just going for it, because she sees the potential in you, and you are going to achieve anything that you put your mind to. We're so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna cry. Okay. Yes, I am. Destiny Dresden, is she on? Destiny, Katie said she is reaching out with all kinds of questions and getting loyal customers, and even a distributor. She's killing it. I'm just so excited, you guys. You're new and you're just going for, like, I am not crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. So let's see. Oh, and Brianna, so Ashley Plummer. Do we have Ashley Plummer on here? This girl, she has hit roadblocks and negativity back to back, but she's never said, I can't do this. Instead, it's, I want this so bad. What else can I try? We just started her on Instagram messaging, and she was so nervous because it was that semi-cold message, but she's talking to so many people right now. You guys, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. This is so cool. Emily Stramalgia, I'm so sorry. You are going live in stories, even though you were so uncomfortable to do it in the beginning. She's sharing her story and her why and her vision. And she said, I can keep going, but I'm just so proud of everyone on my team. And that's how we feel, you guys. We're just so proud of each one of you. But I wanted to just take a minute for us to be able to spotlight the ones that are doing amazing. So I wanted to spotlight one of my personally enrolled. Her name is Ashley Davis. And she joined 5 days ago and has already signed 2 distributors. She asks me a ton of questions. She's involved. She just is soaking it up. She is a soon-to-be mom of 3, and I'm just really, really proud of her. So everyone, give everyone a round of applause. We're just so excited to have you on our team. We're so excited to have your enthusiasm and know that you really can have whatever you put your mind to. Just keep showing up. Keep showing up on here. Stay in contact with your enroller and stay in contact on the team page. When you stay close to the fire, you stay warm. When you walk away from the fire, you get cold and you forget what it's like. So next up, we're going to have Lauren talk about product, and then Tanya about what's going well for her right now, and then tips for the new distributors from Katie. And then afterwards, we're going to do a work session. We're going to have some time to like look what it do the work right now and see what it really looks like. So for Lauren, Tanya, Katie, I would also like you guys to do what Shelby did and say how long you've been with the business and what your goal is and what's one thing that you wish that you would have done in the beginning to help you through the process. Ready to go.
Hi guys, so I'm Lauren, and I started last year in March, at the very end of March, so it's almost been a year. And my goal is to be diamond next month. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about the keto coffee and just about being a product of the product. So when I first started, I didn't really know like what to try or anything. I kind of got some samples with my pack. And keto coffee, I didn't actually like it at first. And then I saw a lot of the leaders talking about it and like how they make it different. Because I'm not like really a black coffee drinker or anything. So I learned how to make it differently, and I'm like obsessed with it now. And I cannot, like, I actually had Shelby, I used some of her perk points at one point because we ran out and we needed our coffee in my house. But so my husband also drinks it every single day, and he actually lost 30 pounds in 3 months on the keto coffee. Literally, all he did was switch his morning coffee for it. He drinks it instead of breakfast, and he would drink it every morning before work. And he has kind of a labor-intensive job, but that's all he changed. And it literally gave him the energy and the focus to make it through his day. And it's really awesome that he lost all that weight on it. But I'm not sure if you guys have really tried too many of the products yet, but it comes in like a bag like this. And each one of these has 15 of these little single serve packets. And now I'm actually really excited about the chocolate greens too, that it comes in the single serve packets, because before we just had this little canister. And so that makes our skinny mocha when you mix those two together. And that's the way that I like to drink mine. My husband just drinks it plain. But I guess it's just really important for you guys to be showing your followers that you're actually using these products and just sharing with them every day, because they're going to start to notice your consistency, and they're going to start to realize that you're actually, you know, seeing these results for yourself. And it's just a really good way to get more potential customers and to be able to talk to them about it. It definitely helps to know like what you're talking about and not just selling them something that you don't ever actually even use. So yeah.
Okay, Tanya, you're up, girl.
Okay, I got so much to say, but I'm only allowed a little bit of time. If any of you know me, I can talk forever. Okay, so I'm Tanya. I started with It Works, I want to say about 1.5 years ago. One thing that I wish that I would have changed from then to now, I guess, is letting go of that excitement. And going to conference really brought that fire back under my ass. Sorry, but it did. And it is so exciting. Now, right now, well, I'll tell you this. Up until last night, when I finally had my husband's chart and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, we are so close to being charted for diamond. That's great. I'm thinking the $10,000 bonus. And I'm like, you know, we still have 6 weeks left. Let's bypass diamond. We're going to go for double diamond for him, diamond for me. And we're going to ride this wave all the way up to the top. So with that being said, today there was a whole bunch of excitement. I started this morning with coffee. I got on a work session with 3 of my new girls. They're excited, they're learning, they're hungry for it. And my very, very biggest thing with my team is I want to know your dreams, because your dreams are valid, your whys are valid. I have my own. And I'm a very truthful person. So when I say we can really get there, we can get there, but we have to do it together. And I'm going to push you as much as you need to be pushed. I'm going to be there. I've spent all day with questions and answers and direction and things like that. And I love it because it helps to keep me excited. And honestly, that leads me into what's working for me at this moment is that excitement. Earlier on one of the Zooms, and then I did a live later on in the day, I was talking about Candy Crush. You know, some of us get stuck on those games and things, and we're like, yes, I just kicked that level's butt. You know what I mean? We get to that next level. Well, we're so lucky because we have that opportunity in this business to do that for our lives, not for points, not for the next level, but for our husbands and our families and our children. We can be each level, and the only thing that stops us is us. So there's no stopping. So that's what's working for me right now. Also, another thing is follow-ups. So I decided to go back, and I only got as far back as September, and I started going through all of my messages. And I took out my notebook. I had 5 pages, y'all, 5 pages of people that were potentials, 113 potentials as distributors. I messaged Tiffany. I was like, girl, I'm freaking out. That's a lot of potentials. And she said, girl, what are you freaking out for? She's like, don't be scared. She's like, you go out and you get it, you know? So that's what I'm working on right now, because everything we do every day, whether it's engaging or putting out a post or somebody liking it, and that's getting added to our hundreds list, whenever we have those potentials, those are other people that are interested. And those are people that you've watched on their struggles. And we talk about engaging. We talk about making these connections and these friendships. And we're all so blessed to be part of something so huge. And it's like, I want to go to the top of a mountain and scream it out, like, come on, let's do this, you know? So I think as long as we keep that fire built within our hearts and remember our reasons why, that's going to be the thing that keeps us going on. So yeah, big goals, going to go for them.
Awesome, Tanya. So for the new distributors that don't have follow-ups, where do you think they can start to find that list?
I would definitely go through your friends list and engage, start liking, be very genuine. There's a lot of people, I don't know about your news feed, but my news feed have a lot of people that are going through things. Be very genuine about being there and just offering some support. You know, people are constantly asking for prayers and things. You know, just comment under there thinking about you. I'm keeping you in my prayers. Or, you know, start for you new distributors that don't know what a hundreds list is. That's people that you are communicating with, people that are liking your comments, liking your posts. A lot of the time, even if you've been in the business for a little while, sometimes you feel like, oh, maybe my stuff's not being seen, but they're watching you. It's amazing sometimes, you know, you'll wake up to messages from people responding to posts that you put that you didn't even know were watching you. Or, you know, it takes some time and it'll build up and you'll end up with your follow-up list. But anybody that responds to your post, be sure to go back and just comment something back to them. That's like, you know, you messaging somebody and you get a thumbs up. I hate that thumbs up. At least say like, hey girl, you know, something. So just always make sure you stay connected with your people. Keep track of who's following you, liking your posts, commenting on your posts, and just interact with them. You'll build your follow-up list up, definitely. Just make sure you keep track. If somebody says, okay, well, I don't get paid until Wednesday, or I don't get paid until Friday. Okay, girl, then I'll just reach out to you then. Put it in your phone calendar. If that doesn't work for you, put it in a notebook if that works better for you. But keep track of your follow-ups. I was shocked that I had missed 113 people, or, you know, shortly after my mother-in-law got sick, so I got very busy doing other things. Life happens, and that's okay. But at some point, make sure you go through your list and you'll be surprised how many follow-ups you'll end up having.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. And I love you guys. She's like 5 foot nothing, but a spitfire of full of energy, and she's so much fun. It was just a blast having her at conference in Florida, and to see the excitement and to help her see the vision of what's possible. I'm so glad that you're not only running for Diamond for your husband, but double for him and Diamond for you, which means they get all the bonuses if they hit them. 10,000 for him going Diamond, 15,000 for him going double, plus 10,000 for her getting Diamond. You guys, that's a lot of math. 35,000. 35,000.
Can I add something in just real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I sat down and I did numbers last night. I looked at the Diamond chart and the bonuses. I looked at the commissions. I looked at the double chart and those commissions with Johnny having double Diamond, me having Diamond. We've been a one income family for a long time because my son's autistic and somebody always had to be home. So it was always one of us working. And there were times where we were scraping change to get gas, change to buy food because we were taking care of bills and rent and things. And when I looked at those numbers and I realized that I have waited every year for tax time to get that check and pay off debt and be able to go shopping, and truly in reality, we can be making that every single month. Every single month, you guys. That's insane. My dream board is to take my kids to Disneyland because we've never been able to. Girl, let me tell you, we're going to be going to Disneyland like every other month, like just because, you know what I mean? So when you're facing something that you can truly have, and all it takes is just hard work, I mean, no other job's going to offer that. And especially when you can work around your schedule, it's truly a blessing. So you guys get out there and get it.
Okay, so this girl's also no excuses. Tanya, do you mind? I mean, I know that you're a very open person. Can you share with us, when I first met her a year and a half ago in Vegas, I was at Tiffany's house and we had an event there. Tanya, do you remember where you were living at the time when I first met you?
I'm trying to remember. Is that when I was at the hotel?
Yep.
Okay, guys. So we ended up moving back to Vegas. We were living not even in a hotel. It was a weekly. And it was like $500 a week. We were just kind of in between places, but making it happen. And it was a studio. And then we were so excited because we got to go to a 2-bedroom. The 2-bedroom was completely redone. We were there about 2 days and I start crying. I started seeing bites on my kids. It was infested with bed bugs. My son is autistic, very limited on his speech. With autism, their sensories are very much so increased. And I remember it was such a fight, and I had put them all to bed. We had laid down plastic. We had washed everything. We spent like $200 washing all of the laundry, and I put them all to bed, and I fell to my knees in the living room part of this weekly, and I cried so hard. I was like, God, we are just trying to serve you. We're trying to stay positive. We're trying to find our way. Like, why is this all happening? And I didn't understand it. And, you know, we knew if we left that hotel, we didn't really have anywhere to go. And God aligned the most amazing condo for us to move into with no deposit, no first month's rent. And my business started booming. I started getting distributors. I started getting customers. And it was like he laid his hand upon us and said, don't give up. Keep pushing. When faith gets tested, you just dig deep. My license plates on my Tahoe, that's what it says, is dig deep. You just got to keep pushing and go for it. And, you know, I'm so very thankful. So even when other bad things have happened, I just hold on to that and I dig deep. And I don't know if some of you guys saw my lives earlier, my live video earlier, but from last May, my nephew got murdered, and then my mother-in-law passed away, and I was taking care of her as she battled cancer just a month ago. I promise you guys, if you're new to this company, all these women are so fantastic. And when she was talking earlier about the self development and the motivational videos and all of that, without that, I wouldn't have made it out of that hotel. I wouldn't have made it to be where I'm at right now with this goal of freaking double diamond and smiling and boop, 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 me all excited. This company has truly done so much more for me on so many more levels than you guys can even imagine. But yep, that's me in whole big nutshell. Told you I talk too much.
I was asking for it because I just knew, I felt like you needed to share.
Yeah.
So,
And
thank you. Okay, Katie, you're up.
All right. Hey guys. So I am Katie. I have been with this company for just about 7 months now. I joined last year at the end of July, just before my birthday. And some things that I think I regret that I should have done when I first started was I should have I signed up under Shelby. I should have bought into what she was saying from the beginning. I was skeptical because I was with Herbalife a couple years ago, and I got burned really bad with Herbalife, ended up going through a lawsuit, and all kinds of stuff. It was just really bad. So I never really, in my first like 90 days, I never really would say that I worked hard. I would post every now and then when, Shelby would reach out and say, hey, what's going on? I would be like, oh, shoot, let me throw a post out real quick, just to get the job done. But I never really bought into it until about my 90-day mark. And I had like a day off and I started actually working. And it just blew up on that one day. And I was like, oh my goodness, this can happen. I can actually make a decent income by doing this, because I didn't have that option with my other job, with my with Herbalife when I was with them before. So I finally bought into it. And now I am so happy. I love this team and everything that it has to offer me and my family. So I'm very grateful for that and very grateful that I met Shelby. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about are some tips that I've kind of come along with, because I'm probably the newest leader out of all of us. So the thing, I don't know if you've noticed, there's been a trend through all of the leaders talking, and that's consistency. If you are not consistent in this business, and I was proof of that. If you're not consistent with this business, you will not be successful. This is not a job that you just sit back and say, okay, give me the money. Give me the money. I'm going to get a paycheck because I'm just sitting here in this chair. No, I'm sorry. If you're looking for that kind of business, this is not the place for you, because you have to work this business. And consistency is part of that. Use your tools. Using it, when I say use your tools, all of the leaders in this group are tools. Shelby's amazing with the way she talks to people. And I, to this day, still go to Shelby when I need to talk to somebody, or if I'm just so frustrated with what this person is saying and I know that I'm going to say something bad, I go to Shelby because she just politely tells somebody to go F off, or politely tell somebody that they're stupid. And I love it because I'm the person who's going to tell you that you're stupid to your face. And so it's use your tools that you have around you, because these leaders are in their positions for a reason, because they came from the bottom up. They've learned things as they've gone through this business. So don't be afraid to ask questions to them. Also, the groups that we're a part of, Legendary Dream Chasers, all these groups that your leaders create for you, they're putting tools out there for you. A great example is all the personal development that we have in the legendary Dream Chasers. How many of you actually go back and watch all of those links, and really, watch these videos to make yourself better in what you do? That's a huge thing. Tiffany's always talking about building your brand. We are a brand. Each one of you is your own brand. Tiffany's very into fitness, and then Brianna, last week, she's like, if you look at Katie's page, it's all about keto because that's what I'm doing right now. So build your brand. Yes, It Works, but you're also a person. There's more to you. You're not just It Works. You want people to fall in love with you because they're buying from you, not necessarily the product. The products work. We all know that, but they need to buy into you before they buy these products. Again, ask questions. I have a huge team underneath me right now, but out of all of those people, I did a count the other day. I think I have 26 distributors underneath me. But out of all of those 26 distributors, I can honestly say that 11 of them work. 11 of them consistently work. And out of those 11, you want to know how many people ask me questions on a daily basis? 2. I get 2 that contact me every single day asking me questions. And guess what? Those 2 people are my rock stars. So ask questions, use your leadership, because that's what we're here for. Like everybody, all the other leaders have said, your mindset is huge. And if you, like Shelby said, if you have not watched that Law of Attractions video that was put up, you need to. I'm telling you, when we end this call, you need to go watch that, because I just watched it before this call again for the second time. And there are so many things that she says in that video that are so simple that we forget to do every single day, that can be a game changer for your business. So if you're new to this company, you have no bad habits. You are learning as you go. So watch that video, because that's going to instill a great baseline for you to grow your business and continue to be successful. Get out of your comfort zone. Everybody has their little comfort zone that we are so content with staying in. I'm guilty of this all the time. I'm a homebody. I like to sit in my house, watch TV, and I don't like to go out and do a whole lot of things. But you need to learn how to get outside of that comfort zone. Some people don't like to just message people and, get information out there. I was one of those, but you know what? I'm doing that right now to clean out my friends list, because I have too many friends and I need to get rid of some. So, there's ways of going about doing these things. And again, if you're not sure how to do it, go talk to your leadership. Go talk to the people who you signed up under, because they can help you utilize that tool. Staying organized. I am terrible with organization, absolutely terrible. And the more my team grows, the more and more I'm learning I need to organize myself. I need to have, file folders, everything, stay organized, because I literally just have a stack of papers on my desk of everybody's charts and my charts and everything. And it works for me for now, but I know that needs to change. So make sure that you stay organized, make your lists, because those will help. My last 2 things are 2 different types of lists. So I always tell everybody who joins up underneath me, or usually I do, to make a hundreds list and to make your threes list. So everybody should know what your hundreds list is. And that's just 100 people that you're in contact with, that are going to be your follow-ups. But your threes list, for me, narrows that down. So you have family, you have friends. Okay, out of those families and friends, how many are going to say 100% I support you? That's list 1. Out of your friends and family, how many people are on the fence if you ask them for something? That's list 2. And for your third list, how many people are 100% you know they will not support you in whatever it is that you're doing? It's just always going to be a no. That's your number 3 list. And guess what? You work these lists, because when Shelby had me do these lists and I finally actually sat down and did them and made these lists, I'm telling you guys, I was signing people up left and right. And it shocked me, because people who said no were saying yes. And people who were saying yes were maybes and watched me for about 3 to 4 months. And then they were like, oh my gosh, I need this and I need it now. And those people are my best customers right now. So I could go on for days about tips, because I always learn something new every single day. And I'm sure everybody on here could tell you the same thing. But those are my biggest ones. If you take anything away from what I just said, or you forget everything, I just want you to remember one thing, and that's consistency. Because I beat this into my team 100%, is consistency is key. Again, if you don't work your business, you won't reap the benefits. So consistency, consistency, consistency. Say that 3 times before you go to bed every night, and you'll wake up and you'll have the mindset that you need to propel your business. Sorry, that was a little long, but I get really excited when I get to talk about this stuff. But you guys can do it. Just don't give up on yourselves.
You're my kind of girl. Like, I'll have to say, I apologize. I get a little passionate when I'm excited about something. So was it in the law of attraction that Morgan McIntyre did, or Morgan Martin, whatever her name is now, where she says, was she talking about the stoplight? No red lights, no red lights. Yeah, okay. You guys, she just said consistency, 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 consistency. I want you to go watch what she said. Go watch the law of attraction when we're done with this after our work session, and then it'll make sense of the words that you say to yourself. What an awesome team meetup. Was this not amazing, you guys? I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. So now we're going to hear from Brianna. She is going to first share with us where she's at, her goals, how long she's been with us, and then she's going to lead a mini version of a work session for you guys to know how we work. And it changes every single time, but this is a good idea of how we work. So Brianna, you are up.
Hey guys, I'm Brianna. I joined, it's almost been 4 years. So it's like March or May, or one of the M's is when I joined. So 4 years ago. And I'm double diamond, and I will be triple diamond by next month. And yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to do team training. I first want us all to stop and take a picture of that, because we're going to use that for our team training. So everybody get yourself ready for a picture, because I know we all have to prepare for that. And just take, if you have your phone, if you can, take a picture. If you can't, then one of us will post it or something, because that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go use our picture, and we're going to post about it, and we're going to talk about what this team training is and how it makes you feel. Okay? So everybody get ready. We ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody's on different pages though. So does somebody have, Colette, Shelby, Tiffany, did any of you guys take pictures? Do we have everybody? Shelby's still smiling.
I got one before. We've got some people hopped off. I got it when there was like 23 people.
Okay, I just want to make sure everybody has a picture. All right, so Colette, would you mind posting that into the group while I talk about it real quick, just so everybody has access to a picture? And then I'll post mine as well under yours. Okay, so what I want to do with this though is we're just going to take a really quick couple minutes, 1-2 minutes, it shouldn't take long, to grab the picture. If you have your own, use that. If not, there'll be one in the group in just a minute. Grab that picture, and we're going to post about it on Facebook. Talk about how it makes you feel. Talk about if you're somebody who, like me, who's a stay-at-home mom who struggles making, friends out in the real world,
how having this tribe makes you feel, how having a group of women that are all like-minded makes you feel, how even if it's just, you know, you didn't think that you were going to have support when you joined and bam, this is what you got. So just take a few minutes, make that post. Like I said, it shouldn't take long. Colette did just add that into our group. So grab that if you need it and just take a minute to do that. You can also, like, if you're doing it, tag the people that are on your team that are in here or uplines, whatever. Like, just have fun with it. But um, let me know if majority's done and we can move on. If I missed you on tagging you, I'm really sorry. I'm just going off what's on the top. Okay, majority of us done? Yes? Move on? Cool. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to set a timer for this. So we're going to take 5 minutes and we're going to go comment on as many people as you can through Facebook. When you are commenting, 4 to 5 words only. Don't overthink this. Don't try and write a book. You want to be thoughtful, but you want to be quick and efficient. So 4 to 5 word comments on as many people as you can, and I'm going to have a timer go off. There's a really cool tip too. If you comment a question, which prompts them to respond back to you, which is then engaging in conversation with them, it's going to lead them to more to be like, who is this person? And go look at you. They don't already know who you are. Wish I had music, but my computer goes crazy if I turn music on.
And truthfully, I am not a pro at music. And so then it has ads. And I'm like, how do you do things without a CD player?
I guess I could use my phone, but then I feel like it's like yelling at me while I'm trying to.
So bad, you guys. That's awesome.
My computer will literally just like echo like crazy. It's weird.
My problem is I can barely even like use my timeline anymore because I have all of these It Works people and leaders as see first. So I have to scroll multiple pages down to see anyone that's like in my network. I gotta be
Unfollowed all
pickier.
those people.
Brianna, say that again.
I unfollowed all the leaders. I know who I want to go follow. Like when I'm looking for something, I'll just go search their name. But I unfollowed everybody, so my timeline is pretty It Works clear. Other than like my team.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I just know who I like to go check on. Another thing that like I really like doing is saving posts, because now in Facebook you can save posts into their own collections. So when I do find them, I'll save posts. So if I'm ever drawing a blank of like who do I go look for to get a post idea or inspiration or anything, I'll just go to that album and then I'll see all the people that I enjoy following. All right, guys, our 5 minutes is up. Next, we are going to stay on Facebook and we are going to spend just 2 minutes and we are going to go and search for hobby groups. So just type in your hobby, whatever that is. I always use horseback riding as an example. I have no idea why, because I'm not a horseback rider. But if you are, then go and search horseback riding groups, or just search horseback in the search title on Facebook, and then search for groups and just go and join at least 5 hobby groups that have at least 500 or more members. Makes it a little bit harder when there's a member minimum. But just go and request to join those. That shouldn't take very long at all. If you are already in a ton of groups and you don't want to go and add more just because you already are in a bunch of them, take this couple minutes and just go and comment on some posts. Go and interact on other people's posts in there. Yeah, like Colette said, if you need help finding what hobby groups to join, ask us in here in chat. There's a ton of things. Like, I guess it's just going to be more based on what you are interested in. And that's the thing. You really want to join something that you truly are interested in so that you're getting people that have similar interests. Eventually, what you're going to do within these groups, I'll just skip doing it so I can talk while you guys do it. What eventually you're going to do with these groups is you're going to start posting in those groups. You're going to start interacting in those groups. Anybody that likes and comments on your posts, you add them as friends. So it's just another way to expand your market. And then Colette, we're getting close to 8. Do you want me to keep going over, or?
I would probably just share a couple more things that they can do, and we can end at 9, just so we keep the recording shorter.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, you done? Yeah. Good night, I love you. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Go to bed. I'll come talk to you in a minute. I'll come kiss you in a minute and then we'll done, okay? Okay, so if you didn't get a chance to finish those 5, write that down so that you can finish that when this is over. Um, I suggest adding groups probably once a week. I don't know if everybody else would agree in here. I don't like to overwhelm myself with groups because there's a lot of people and it will take up your timeline a lot if you're in a ton of groups, and it's just really distracting. So I like to only add groups once a week, but it is something I will always incorporate. And at least 5 at a time with 500 minimum. I like the bigger groups, but whatever you prefer for that. Okay, so what I have left, we don't have all the time for it, so I'm just going to tell you what these are, and then we can kind of wrap it up real quick. The next, I would spend 5 minutes on adding at least 25 friends. When you're doing this intentionally, I would intentionally look for people that you are immediately attracted to, people that you would be interested in having on your team. When you're doing it on like a slower time frame, like a 5 minute. If you are giving yourself like 10, 15 minutes, you can obviously add a lot more people that way. So then you can just add. But if you're giving yourself a shorter time period, I would be a little bit more intentional with who you are adding and keep that number a little bit lower, like the 20, 25. If you get 2 or more of those, do you know this person? Stop. Don't add any more after that. Give yourself a break. Try it again tomorrow. You don't want to get too many of those notifications so you don't end up in Facebook jail. Facebook jail sucks really bad. It's like 30 days of not being able to do something, whatever it is that you got jailed for. Some people get jailed and you can't do anything. So just be really careful and don't say we didn't warn you. And then follow 100 on Instagram. Same thing with Instagram. That one you can do, you're not as likely to end up in jail on Instagram. You can do 100 an hour unless you have a very, what's the right word? Like when you have like like an older account, like it's a high number followers, a very active account, then you can do more in an hour. But if you're just starting out, then you want to stick with at least 100 an hour. And everybody should download Captivate. If you do not have that app downloaded on your phone, I'm pretty sure it's on Android now, right, Colette? Do you know for sure?
Let me just double check because I don't know that it's on mine. Hang on. Or maybe I was afraid of it because of what I use Cleaner, but let me just double check. Sorry.
That's okay.
If I could.
Captivate is it, you can load like, so you'll go in and you'll be able to load all of everybody that you're following.
I don't
and
have.
then you don't have Captivate?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, iPhone users, sorry, Android users, iPhone users, you can download this really awesome app that you can, it'll let you unfollow 50 people 4 times, so you can unfollow 200 an hour. And it's literally like a click of a button and it's just poof, all those people are gone. So your unfollowing is being able to keep up with your following. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so download that app. If you don't have it downloaded and you're an iPhone user, download that. You definitely want to make sure that you have it. And then for the rest of my 30-minute power hours, I just have 10 minutes for messaging strictly for host-to-post distributors. And then 2 minutes I would spend ending it with posting a story to my Instagram and have a poll on that. Nothing for Android till the hip. Tanya, Colette said she has Cleaner.
Cleaner.
What is?
Yeah, and you can still do a lot there, but not like Captivate.
Captivate is really awesome, extra awesome if you pay the upgrade. I don't know how much it is anymore. When I did it, it was $5. I think last I heard it was like $10 for the upgrade. But that will unfollow for you throughout the night. It will follow for you every like 90 seconds. So I actually don't follow on Instagram and I don't unfollow on Instagram. My app does all of that for me.
Wow.
And it does it automatically. So I don't spend any time doing that. I just have to go and unfollow I have to click 2 buttons 4 times every hour to be able to unfollow. But most of my unfollowing only gets done once or twice a week. But I don't do any following either. It's all automatically in my Captivate. I just have to program it to my cloud and it will follow for me.
Cool.
Really awesome. So yeah, if you have that app, download it. Great. But yeah, just end it with posting stories and have a poll on there. You always want to try and have a active poll or question or interactive of some kind on your stories. Don't get discouraged if people don't respond to them either. It happens. Some polls are better than others. Some people interact more than others. I have days where not a single person responds, and then I have days where hundreds of people respond. So it just depends. Use those question boxes as, like, you can swipe up and pull the questions box. Use that for anything. It doesn't even have to be It Works related. It's just interaction. Just like if you were to post on Facebook something like, what's your favorite running shoes? And all those people comment back, that's what the questions tab on Instagram stories will do for you. You can say, what's your favorite running shoes? And then people are going to respond back what those are, so that those are just getting people to interact with you. Stories is really, 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 really big right now. I read last night that it was like something like it's up 200% over the last month, and it's like tripled or quadrupled. What's that one app called? I've never used it. It makes your face look funny things. Yellow. What is it called, guys? Snapchat.
Oh,
It's like Stories has like overpowered Snapchat now, which is crazy because Snapchat was huge for all of that. And now Stories is way bigger than it. So just make sure you're utilizing all that. I don't want to take too much of everybody's time. I know that we are already over a minute. So I would suggest everybody finish their power hour after this. There's only 10, 15 minutes left to wrap that up and get some work in, but that's what I would do.
okay. And hang on one second. Well, 2 things. So when we were at conference, they said, pay attention to what social media is doing. If they're adding extra features, if they're doing the stories or the polls, or that's what they are investing their money on is the stories. And so they are going, like, that's what's going to be seen more because they want it to be more active because they're investing their money there. So even I have needed to learn about polls or stories or, how to do all the things. And so do your research. Look for YouTube videos, look for It Works videos on how to do them, or ask your leaders, your upline. Last announcement, I totally forgot, you guys. So if you can help spread the word, I'm doing a live demo tomorrow night. I'm going to go over some products and the opportunity. So it's going to be a little bit longer. There's a link in our team page. So it's tomorrow night, same time that we started this, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I'm not going to go over all the products, but I am going to demo. I'll do like the Fat Fighter demonstration. I'll show the collagen, the keto coffee, all the popular things, and then talk about the opportunity. So get your potentials on there and have you and your new distributors show up so that you can learn a little bit more and get excited. And then all of your host-to-posts, everyone that's been doing the host-to-post for you in February so far, let them know that we're going to be doing a $100 product giveaway for their host-to-post on the 16th. So that's this Saturday at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I will be doing the drawing at the very end. So whoever has been entered in through the 15th on our host-to-post will be doing the random drawing on the 16th. And then we're doing another drawing for host-to-post for the second half. We're going to be doing and I might change it. I need to talk to Brianna, Shelby, Tiffany, a Fitbit and a personalized product. Because of end of month, it always gets crazy. I don't want to be doing a drawing on February 28th. We're going to do it on, I think it's March 2nd. I already put it in my phone, but I'll just double check on that. And so just so you know, use host-to-post, let them know that we have drawings coming up. that they want to be on and watching because they have to be present to win. And I might be nice, but still, we want them to watch. Okay, so there we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining, and have a fantastic night, guys.